Yo, I'm finally 18. Fucking corny ass intro.
Know what it is, don't overreact. I'm 26.
I'm making this corny ass video because I finally turned 18 and shit. People say it's an achievement, it's a monumentous occasion. But in essence, I made this video because I want to look back in the future and shit to see how far I've come. This is why you see the symbolism, right? I'm looking down. I mean, the camera's looking. Turning 18 is awkward. Legally, you're an adult, but you don't feel like one. A lot of shit has changed, but it doesn't feel like it. A lot of friendships, people you consider close don't seem as close anymore. Well, not for me, nigga. Not for me, nigga. Real nigga shit, not for me, nigga. But one thing's for certain, now you gotta start thinking about life and what you want to do with it. A lot of us are lost, and it doesn't help that the average viewer is constantly comparing themselves to people their age who have achieved far greater than them. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to do with social media, etc. What it does have to do with social. It has parents and shit constantly reminding you that if you don't do this, this, and that, your life is gonna be a downward spiral, which is clearly a lie, and a lot of us don't realize that. That's not how life works. And to that, I say, be you. There's no one way, one path to life. The world is limitless. It's trying to be the best. It's trying to get from one day to the next. It just depends on how you go about doing shit and how smart you are about doing shit, and that's a universal truth. What does it mean to be an adult to you guys?
Damn, this past December I realized again is that you have to find your own happiness on Christmas, or own party scene, or own happiness. Yeah, Christmas is on your own. It's not like it's based on your own self. You know what I'm saying, or your good time.
However, for South Africans, niggas like me, this shit is literally a death game. Survival of the fittest. And the fittest aren't necessarily those who get good grades and end up in UCT, but those who are smart about how they do things. Type shit. But this economy, going to a great university like UCT and graduating with a good degree doesn't necessarily guarantee a stable income. And that's if you survive all that torture. A lot of niggas with bursaries go to great universities like UCT and end up losing that shit their whole lives. Ruined. People with freaking masters in education can't even get jobs. Like, bro, you know that, bro? People with masters in education can't even get jobs. Has that sank in yet? Like, the fucking retirement age realistically is like at 40 because of cronyism. What is it? Nepotism. You know, people are just putting their families into jobs and not accepting other people's experience. For some reason, I don't know. We just have poor leadership, and that's just how it is. That's why this fucking country is in the pits. It's going to shit. But in reality, that is even if you get an exceptional matric. And when I say exceptional, I mean A+. Average. And that's what we 18-year-olds graduate with in South Africa. Which depends on if we, which is what determines if we get into uni, which has very high competition due to limited space. Some niggas don't even want to build more universities. The current public universities are the universities which were built during apartheid. That's how long ago it was. Like, SA is nice, don't get me wrong. SA is nice. That's only if you have the money. If you can afford money for private education, etc. If you're in the higher bracket of niggas, it's basically a first world country. But for the rest of them niggas, it's literally hell. But in order to not waste your time, I made a list of things that have changed. Signing up for apps and not having to lie about your age no more. Not having to lie to older women about your age no more. But the one thing that has changed, and that's one thing that I can say for certain, is the very real reality of responsibilities. I always knew when I finished matric that there would be a lot riding on it. And by going the traditional route, you know, 9 to 5 and shit, university and shit, I'll live a very depressed life. And I'll die either from not enlightening myself or old age. It's like what that nigga Steve said. I ain't trying to be a slave, bro. From work. And I know reality is very harsh, and risking it all wouldn't be very wise. Because this ain't some fantasy anime where I'm the main character and shit. It's reality. And I'm prepared for failure. But in reality, when you look at it, it's literally the same shit when you take the traditional path. The only thing that is different is that I am doing what I want. I'm seeking happiness. And in turn, I am making a far better living out of it. When in reality, right now, I'm not making a cent off of YouTube. But in the future, it'll be different. You know, that's not the incentive though. And I've been thinking about this since I was 16. What is the best path that I can take in life? Matter of fact, since I was 13. After all that thought, the only answer is happiness. Self-serving. being a forced self-ass nigga. Because I'm not trying to die depressed, serving other people and what's the word? Bowing down to other niggas, trying to please them, being a people's pleaser, and not serving myself as a person. Because we all live one life, regardless of what you think. We're all gonna die eventually. And the question here is that, do you wanna die unfulfilled, my nigga? And I know it's not as easy for most people to say that, because not everyone's circumstances are as, fortunate for them to actually pursue what they want to do. Some people just have to make sacrifices and work dead-end jobs just to make sure that their family sees a better future. But even that, in essence, is pursuing happiness, because you are, pursuing what you want. You just want to see your family do better. Alright, shut up, nigga. Alright, for those who are actually wondering when my actual birthday is, it was on the 18th. It was on the 20th of October. The reason why I'm posting it this late is because I was writing exams and all of that. But one thing's for certain is that I'm gonna have to work by hard. Very hard. That's coming from a person who barely put effort into school. But except one thing's for certain though, is that gone are the days where I could worry about nothing. After school, watching regular show, fucking Cartoon Network and shit. Playing with my boogers and shit, playing Wii Sports and shit, playing GTA and shit. Gone are the days where I could do all of that. Playing with my boogers, building bridges and sand pits and shit. Worrying about if niggas think you're weird and shit. But it's cool. I'm a little bit weird, on the spectrum and shit. I know that for a fact. But in essence, that shit doesn't bother me at all. Hence why I say nothing has really changed. It's really just an increase in number. Tight shit. Yeah, that's it. That's it, brother. Hopefully I was in frame. Hopefully. Let's see. Oh, did I do the claps on these? I don't think I did, conductor. Let's do it right now.